Throwing on first down is Allen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Play, Drake. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. A good hold in these. Wet conditions, the point after is up and good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll buy some time. That's complete to Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go! Boom, landed!
They're going to look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, here we go now. Boom, landed!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Well, that'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. A look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed! Boom, landed!
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed! Boom, landed!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allington has it, middle of the field. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Bruce Ellington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Suck up for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Ellington. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect. Which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Blue Niners!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Ellington. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue Niners! Blue.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Now let's go.
Running, it's Drake. And he cuts it back right, but he's into the clear. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Try and pound it in with Blake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To him up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Bills on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
To the air, Allen, and this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point up and good by Succop. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Green, 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Josh Hill has it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Took the big shot right out of the gate. At work. You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Boom,
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Lutz with the extra point. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now let's go.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Demaryius Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trail that one to the visiting Oakland Raiders. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
you're
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Detroit.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaquille Barrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And it's a fumble. And the Bills have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Set, green 39.
Allen will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position,
Detroit!
a real threat.
Detroit!
This is third and long.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Allen on third. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line.
They'll get it to Drake running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, these pants make me look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get been plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up, and it's just he wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bills have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of...
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the line on the field was reversed.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check four.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why... Teams practice so much on the two-point conversion while you have more than one play ready because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
And that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
Right back to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
To throw, it's Allen. Going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Bruce Ellington, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Lloyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Leopard!
That one goes for 36 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Arlington has it, middle of the field. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. They give him a gain of 38. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here we go now.
A give to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. Green.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone.